Hi everyone, this is Khadija from the Hennasooq, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my personal henna body art recipe. I like to use a stainless steel bowl. I like it because it's not plastic, and plastic can be porous, and it's not glass, as glass can break. So I just stick with stainless steel, and I always like to mix my hair recipes and my body art recipes in my bowls of varying sizes. We're going to be making 200 grams today. I usually make 200 gram batches of powder all the time, so I need this bowl. I need this size. This is my favorite spatula. It's well used, as you can see, and well loved. And also what I like to add in is lavender essential oil, which I'll show you later on when I bring it out, when it's time to add that. But pure lemon juice. I also use cloves, just whole cloves, because after that you'll strain it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Oh, I wanted to point out, with the real lemon juice, I use brand name because I find that some of the concentrated brands, it has water in it, and I just don't want, the extra water. I just want lemon juice. So make sure you check the ingredients. I like Jamila henna powder because it's very creamy, and it's just a nice consistency, nice henna powder, and it's part of my body art recipe. And I also use organic Rajasthani Indian henna powder because it adds a little bit more red and a little bit of stringiness, and I like that a lot. And then I have my tea bags. I stopped adding sugar a while ago, but you can add sugar depending on your climate. You have to use your best judgment. But for where I've lived, from Montreal, Toronto to Maryland, I haven't had to use the sugar. Plus the sugar makes it a little bit more stringy, and I like a creamy paste. So I'm going to pull you over here to my pot. Let's get a good view. This is my pot on my stove. It has water in it already because I don't use 100% pure lemon juice. I'm going to turn that on. Yeah, I don't use pure lemon juice because I find it's a little bit drying, even for the skin. So I cut it down to 50-50. And along with my water, you start to kind of, boil that up, let it brew, like simmer. So it's heating up. And I add my lemon juice. I'll add that right in there. I love these new tops that they have, actually. These like spout tops. They're really cool. They're like on the newer bottles. But I add about, a half of the amount. Like I said, I'm not a big into measuring, so I kind of add by eye. Add that in there. I'll add my 4 tea bags. Maybe it's about it's probably like 2 to 3 cups of, liquid in there. And then I got my tea bag. And I don't measure how much of the cloves I put in, but there we go. Yeah, about that much. Not much cloves. And you grab a spoon. And another stainless steel spoon. Just let that brew up. In the meantime, let's open up these boxes. Let's go back. Here we go. Open up these boxes. The Jamila henna powder. Nice foil packaging. This is Jamila Summer Crop 2010. This is the latest crop as of this date. And add that in right over here. See, Jamila henna powder. I'm going to push it to the side a little bit. So I want to let you see what the other one looks like in comparison. Okay, and these organic Rajasthani henna powders, for those who haven't seen it, also they're double sealed in foil. This is like a Ziploc bag, and then it's in a regular little baggie. So three layers of packaging. Keeps it really fresh, really nice. Let's pop this open. I usually cut this open. Yeah, where are my scissors? Anyhow, we'll just break it open. It's fine. And add that in there. So that's 100 grams of each, making 200 grams of powder. Can you see the difference? I wonder if you can really see the difference. Over here we have the Rajasthani Indian henna powder, and you got the Jamila over here on the other side. Anyhow, I just mix those up really well, you know, together. Mix those two powders. Alright, and let that sit, because right now we have to wait until our brew is done. Gotta wait for that to boil, and we'll be back soon. Thanks. Okay, now we're back, and our brew is done. As you can see, it's gotten, you know, much darker because of the tea, and at this point I strain it. I usually strain it this way. I get another stainless steel bowl. I'll put it down here in the sink so you can take a good look. And this is my strainer. I just use a small hand strainer, and I just pour it through. And actually squeeze. It's warm now. It's not too hot. It's nice and warm. After, you know, we do the brew on the stove, I let it cool off. I kind of let it steep for a while and cool off. So that's that. Get rid of that. And I usually rinse it out. And I rinse it out to get rid of any extra debris. And I do this again, actually, the opposite. With the opposite pot, I just switch because it's always like little bits and pieces. So I do that again, and then rinse it again. All right. Put that back in there. Just making sure you guys can see. And put that through one more time. Okay. Get rid of that, and this is my liquid, a little bit bubbly from being strained. And here's my henna powder. Alright, let me fix this. Alright, that's good. So this is my henna powder. I know it's a little bit low, but basically, here, I'll lean it and put it in. I'm going to pour my liquid directly in. There we go. And it absorbs a lot of it, so there we go. More liquid goes in. Mix it up really nice. Can you see that? Yeah, I might have to use all this liquid. Sometimes I have leftovers. If I have leftover liquid, then I usually use it at the end when it's time to add more liquid. Because at this point, I'm only mixing the henna powder for body art up to mashed potato consistency. So like this, basically, about this consistency. Yeah, just make sure that it's mixed really well, because there's always dry spots in between somewhere. All along the edges, mix it all together. And that's that. Actually leave it just like this. Just like that. And I do grab saran wrap. Give me a second. I break off a piece of saran wrap. As you can see, this is coming down, and I put it all the way down right on top of my paste. So this is what it looks like. It'll look like this. So sometimes I usually will put it on top of my fridge because it's kind of warm up there. I don't use any additional heat because our house is usually kind of warm. Alright, it's been 12 hours that the henna paste has been sitting. And I'm gonna lift up the plastic. And this is what it looks like right now. Let's get a good look at that. And the amount of essential oil that I'm gonna add for 200 grams of henna powder is going to be 8 teaspoons. And I've transferred it into here, 8 teaspoons. And I like lavender essential oil. And this is what I'll be using. You can use cajeput tea tree oil or eucalyptus globulus. Those are the best ones to get good color results from the henna paste. And let's say you're using 25 grams of powder. Basically, you're going to use 1 teaspoon of essential oil. So 1 teaspoon of essential oil per 25 grams. All right, so let's pour that in. really well. Let's get a good look at that. So we just got to mix the essential oil in very, very, very well. Mix it in. It also makes it really nice and smooth. The henna, look at that, shiny. Yeah, it's pretty henna paste. Oh, it smells good now. That lavender is really nice. Alright, so that's it. It took me about a minute to do this. So it's all nice and mixed in. There's a henna paste. And I'm going to cover it back with plastic. And we're going to let it sit another 12 hours. I'll probably check it in at about 10. So it's like 10 to 12 hours. But we'll check back tomorrow. And so we'll see you then. Hi everyone. Now we're back. It's been 24 hours that the henna paste has been sitting out and it's about ready to be completed. So I'm going to remove my plastic saran wrap and that's finished. Usually at this point, or you know, during this, around this time, right before it hits 24 hours, I test a little bit on my palm. As you can see, I'll raise this. I put a bit on my palm. How's that? Yep, a bit of henna paste on my palm. And then you leave it for about a minute and then you remove with water or, you know, you wipe it off. So I'll just wipe it off. And look at what we have. Can you really see? Let's go closer to the light. See, can you see how orange it is? There we go. See the angle? I mean, it's really orange. So that's a good sign that your henna paste is ready for body art usage. And even for hair care. If you want to see dye release, this is a good trick. Alright, let's head back. Alright, henna paste. So with my henna paste, now it's too thick, of course, to be coned up or bottled up. So I'm going to add more liquid. I have some leftover brew, so I'm just going to pour that in. Leftover brew that we made early on, 24 hours ago. So just mix that in really well. Alright. I don't really wear gloves, you know, I guess, but I do get messy. But if you like to, you can wear gloves because it can be really messy. And what you're going to need to get it to is a consistency of thick, like toothpaste, thick toothpaste, basically. Right. Keep mixing it in, not yet. Like I said, try not to add too much liquid because if your henna paste gets too runny, like right away, if it's runny, it's hard to go back. It's better to add a little bit of liquid at a time. And that way you have more control. Alright, just a little more. Splash in. Alright, it's getting there. Alright, so see how it flows off the spoon? This is really nice. Oh, can you see it all? Let me raise this because it's having a hard time seeing. Alright, so this is how it should flow off your spoon. Or spatula, I should say. I have a spatula, so it should flow like this. That's really good. That's a really good thickness. For jacquard bottles or lure lock bottles, you might want to make it a little bit more runny, just a little bit more, because like when the paste is too thick, it doesn't flow too well, but this is perfect for henna cones. Alright, so now you can stay tuned for other parts of the video where we'll, actually new videos, we're going to make them separate. So there's going to be a video coming up on straining your henna paste and how to fill your henna cones and, you know, close them and everything like that, and just the next steps that you'll need to complete in order to be ready for body art application. Thanks.